Have you ever thought your job was hard? Imagine living in an era where your paycheck was measured in blood, where survival depended not on skill, but on courage. From miners swallowed by the earth to plague doctors walking through death itself, the world we know was built by those who risked everything so others could live. Today, we'll uncover the 10 most dangerous jobs in human history. Some were victims of progress, others invisible heroes, but they all share one truth. They faced death with empty hands. In Victorian England, hundreds of young women worked in match factories. Each day, they inhaled white phosphorus dust, unaware it was slowly rotting their faces from within. Their jaws began to glow faintly in the dark, before dissolving into bone and ash. Doctors called it Phossy jaw. To the world, they were just factory girls. To history, they were martyrs of the industrial age. They lit the world's candles, while their own bodies burned away in silence. Deep beneath the earth, far from light or air, men swung their picks into black stone. The tunnels groaned like living creatures. One mistake, and the ground became their grave. Gas explosions, collapses, black lung disease. Death was part of the job description. They dug not for glory, but for survival. Every chunk of coal they lifted powered the work. Yet it was their lives that fueled the fire. Inside stone towers and candlelit chambers, alchemists chased the impossible, the power to turn metal into gold and to live forever. They mixed mercury, fire, and dreams, breathing toxic vapors that slowly poisoned their minds and bodies. Some were killed by explosions, others by their own experiments. And when fate spared them, the Inquisition did not. Many were tortured, branded as heretics, their books burned. Yet from their ashes rose modern science. They sought gold for kings, but discovered something far more precious, knowledge. In 18th century London, poor families sold their sons to clean chimneys. Small bodies, fragile lungs, endless soot. They crawled through narrow, burning shafts. Many got stuck, suffocated, or fell to their deaths. Years later, the soot gave them cancer, the first occupational cancer ever recorded. They were children robbed of childhood, slaves to the fire. When dawn broke over the rooftops of London, their bare feet were already running to the next chimney. The year is 1348. Europe dies. Bells ring endlessly. Streets overflow with body. And yet, someone must bury the dead. Be gravediggers of the plague, dug from dawn to dusk, surrounded by stench, fear, and silence. They worked knowing that every body they touched could be their own tomorrow. No armor, no reward, no hope, just courage, flair, and a shovel. Men against the ice. They ventured into the Arctic chasing glory and maps yet to exist. Frozen ships, vanished crews, journals frozen in time. The cold burned their skin, hunger drove them mad, and the silence broke their minds. They became statues of ice, standing in eternal white. Their ambition was deadly, yet because of them, The world learned that the limits of man end where courage begins. The 19th century promised progress, but delivered pain. Play inside the factories of the Industrial Revolution. Thousands labored beside roaring machines, with no safety, no brakes, no mercy. Hands sliced by gears, limbs torn away by belts, lungs filled with smoke. The factories shone with progress, but the floor was red with sacrifice. From their suffering came the modern world, proof that every revolution demands a price. Before machines, before oxygen tanks, there were the pearl divers. In Japan, the Persian Gulf, and the Philippines, men and women plunged deep into dark waters, holding their breath for minutes, chasing a single treasure. Sharks circled, the bends crushed their bodies. Some drowned quietly in silence, swallowed by the sea they trusted. And yet they returned again and again, because one pearl could feed a family or take a life. In the early 1900s, the world fell in love with a new miracle, radium. It glowed in the dark, a symbol of health and beauty. In US factories, young women painted watch dials with radium paint. They sharpened their brushes with their lips, swallowing death in every stroke. Their teeth fell out, their bones glowed. They were called the Shining Girls. Their light came from poison, but their suffering gave birth to the first laws of workplace safety. They died shining, but their light changed the world. Rome, the Colosseum roars. Thousands cheer as men fight for survival beneath the burning sun. Slaves, prisoners, and warriors trained to die for entertainment. A single gesture from the emperor could spare their life or end it. Yet in their suffering, they found glory. They became legends, symbols of courage carved in blood. They lived one day at a time. And when death came, it came to applause. Quote from Match Girls who glowed in the dark to men who fought lions for sport. History is written in sacrifice. Every machine, every discovery, every empire was built on lives lost in the name of progress. But danger isn't always death. Sometimes it's living without purpose, without meaning, without soul. Today, we work in safety, but many still die inside their routines. The lesson is simple. Don't fear hard work. Fear the kind that slowly kills who you are. Humanity has always worked to survive, but only a few work to transcend. Don't look for the easiest job. Find the one that makes you feel alive. Because the heroes of the past died building the future. And now, it's your turn to honor them by working with passion, curiosity, and purpose.